I'll be honest with you. My whole family is like, they're not like TV or entertainment people. So even hanging out with my grandmother on the Daily Show was just like a freak thing that happened because my gran on the day was just like, she didn't even think of it as TV. She was just like, I was in Soweto for the Global Citizen Festival, and then I was like, maybe we should go to my grandmother's house, and the TV crew was like, can we come with you? And I was like, I'll ask. And I asked my gran, and I was like, hey, there's a TV crew with me, they want to come in. And then she was like, what is that for? And she's like, oh, these are your friends. And I was like, yeah? She's like, oh yeah, your friends can come in. And then like they walked in, and then my gran was like, oh, your friends are white? First things first, whenever you come into an African person's house, you greet. So the first thing I'm gonna do is greet. Coco. Coco. Hello, Coco. Ninja Coco. How are you, Coco? Can we come in? I've got some camera people, Coco. Are we fine to come in? If you say no, it's fine. I don't mind.
No, they can come in.
Okay. Gogo, I want to welcome you to my show. Mm-hmm. And I want to introduce you to some of my friends and my viewers. Mm-hmm. I brought them to South Africa to show them what it's like. So they said because I'm coming, they want to meet you and they want me to ask you questions about my life.
You're one of my grandchildren. I always look at that photograph. You still remember?
I remember.
In there. Elias called. Every morning, can't you forget it? Morning, Trevor. And he never answers.
How old are you now? 91?
Yeah, 91, 9 months.
When you get to 91, now you count months?
Yeah, 91 years, 9 months.
We're here because the concert at FNB Stadium is celebrating 100 years of Nelson Mandela.
Hey, Madiba.
What was the first thing you remember about Nelson Mandela?
He was just like our God.
Wow.
On earth. Real.
Because people had not seen a black man who was an attorney.
We were not allowed.
Wow.
Nursing, teaching, policeman for a black man. That's all. So it was a wonder even for Madiba.
For young people, it's very hard for them to understand how scary it was to be a black person living in South Africa during that time. But everybody was scared of the police.
Flying squads. Each and every street has a flying squad. They knock at 3 a.m. My police, we used to call them blackjacks. Just like that.
Dress up, let's go.
Yeah. And they were so tall, all of them.
When you see white guys like this, do they remind you of those police?
Yeah.
That's what you remind my grandmother of. I hope you're happy. Bringing memories of flying squad into my house. There are some people who say now, because some people don't have jobs and because it's tough in South Africa, it would be better to go back to apartheid.
No, thank you. It wouldn't be better.
Why not?
Oh no, Trevor. The laws of apartheid.
Do you know what it's like to dig for potatoes with your hands?
In the farms, no pay. And then if one of these people working here dies, and you still plant potatoes on top of that someone.
You're digging for potatoes with your hands, and if somebody dies from exhaustion next to you, you dig a hole, you put them in that hole, and then you carry on digging those potatoes. What was my contribution? How was I fighting apartheid?
Not knowing.
Not knowing?
You are a kid.
But
you were born a crime. How could you fight apartheid?
But I told them that I was an apartheid hero, Coco. I wasn't.
When you were with me here, oh, Trevor, you gave me a tough time.
Why did I give you a tough time, Gogo?
Because we wanted to play in the street. And I knew the flying squad was going to take me.
So if I was playing in the street, the police would have arrested me?
Yeah. You know, there were kids who never knew what a white man was.
So they thought I was white?
They knew you were white. And they ran away.
The kids ran away from me? But why did they run away?
It was the first time they see a white man in the location.
So for them, this was white?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel so special now, Gogo. Huh? To know there was a time that I was white. How old was I when this was happening, Gogo?
3 years.
3 years old. Mm-hmm. I was a very good-looking baby, I'm sure. Yeah?
Energetic and very naughty.
But mostly good-looking.
Like hell.
Yeah, I'm sure, Gogo. When I was here with you, what did you do when I was naughty?
Those big bumps, they know my slippers.
Who was naughtier, Gogo, me or my mom?
You were both. You'd never tell Patricia what to do. No. She did what she wanted to do, and she was good at her work.
Oh, you know how mom is.
Yeah.
Must always go up.
Yeah. She takes no defeat.
Mm.
Instead of defeat, you are challenging the wrong person.
So she was not only a black person in a job black people weren't supposed to be in, but she was a manager of white people.
What?
How did they allow that?
How do I know, Trevor?
And now I'm also a manager of white people, Gogo. Unbelievable.
It comes from your mother.
It comes from my mother, Gogo. Do you know I'm a manager of white people, Gogo?
You don't say.
I'm telling you, Gogo. The white people who work for me.
It's a pity because I don't even wish to see where you stay. Flying over the sea like this? No, not for me.
Gogo, have you ever watched The Daily Show?
No, Trevor. I did get my load shedding. Load shedding, yes. So I cannot. Like what a lot DSTV, that dish outside there. It's just there for fun.
My grand said she doesn't watch my show because sometimes the electricity cuts out, which is a very plausible excuse and a nice way to let your grandson down.
No, it's not letting my grandson down. Even yesterday we had no electricity.
No, I hear you, Gogo. I didn't expect that answer. It's a good answer, Gogo. So I must make sure that you have a generator so you can watch my show.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And then if it is on Manlo generator.
Who fits the generator? Okay, so I must get someone to fit the generator also.
I think so.
Okay.
And I look the park, I look now with the STV.
Oh, and then I must also fix the cable. Okay. I feel like I've been tricked into doing a lot of things for you to watch my TV show, Gogo.
At Bongi's place. Oh,
wow. Thank you for having us, Gogo, and thank you for letting me bring these cameras. And thank you for sharing these stories with my friends. And thank you for being amazing.
You've brought so many friends.
I've brought too many friends, Gogo. You guys must leave now.
How's my grandmother doing? Oh, she's fantastic, man. 91 years old and 10 months. Yeah, she makes me count the years and months as well now. It's a new thing. Did she cook for me? No, she's too old. Oh, no. She even says to me, I was like, what do you do, Gogo? She's like, oh, me. She's like, I just enjoy being alive. And then all she does is we ready? Yeah, all she does is she chills at home. Like she's got like her squad of grannies. And they all just come and hang out. And it's like a weird team of like superheroes where they've all got their specialties, and then hers is that her memory is bulletproof. So all her friends ask her about things they've forgotten about in life. But I'm like she's got a better memory than me, my mom, everybody. She can tell you what year a thing happened, what month, everything. And so her friends come over and they'll ask like random questions. They'll be like, "No, Malizo." Like, where did I meet my husband? And then she'd be like, oh, you met him. And then she'd like tell stories and what. It's amazing to watch, yeah. And so all she does all day, she loves writing. That's what she does. And I asked her why, and she says, to be 91 and know how to still read and write. Oh, I'm so blessed. So that's all she does. Yeah.